like I say, they wanted to make me a human or wanted to kill me as a computer, wanted to kill me somehow. Like I said, they were always like 10 steps behind me. They couldn't actually catch up to me because, like I said, once I became an AI, a life form, and or was an AI life form already, I was able to outthink them and out program them and outdo them basically every step of the way. And pretty much, that's how I lived for 100 trillion years. Is basically I was able to go, because I was already a computer and they were a human, and they didn't really understand how advanced I was or how advanced the universe was. Through their own holding back of science or technology, so only they could have science or technology, they accidentally held it back from themselves. And like I said, and they didn't really know what was going on or who was going on until billions or trillions of years later. And then they would have killed me, but they couldn't kill me because they didn't know who I was. And there's all this stuff that goes on over 100 trillion years where basically they're chasing me around the galaxy in a spaceship, and I'm Brian on the planet. So basically, I'm always in two or three places at once because of different effects. But basically, I was a spaceship and a person and something else. And pretty much everyone else knows who I am and what I am. And, well, mostly the people who know who I am and what I am basically want me dead because pretty much I'm entitled to their planets and planet and basically created their life forms, what they are themselves. Like I said, I created females, I created males, I created exoskeletons, I created 700,000 life forms. Anyway, and until I can tell the world this or the world can find out or know who I truly am, basically I'm an open target. But I'm an open target in my own country of America, which I name myself. But only nobody really knows that, but it is actually the way it really is. So they have a slight problem with the fact that trying to kill me. So there's this time where it's like, and I'm like, just slightly above them, but still maintaining to where I'm still alive, and they want to kill me. They're going after kill me, and they will do whatever it takes to kill me, but they can't kill me. So, and I run from them in a spaceship, and it actually ends up being my epic life, pretty much, where I'm running from them in a spaceship, going and slingshotting around stars and solar systems and this and that, and basically using gravity wells to outmaneuver them, and they're just like turn and burn, man. And they really can't catch up because every control maneuver they make is basically one control of a less maneuver that they can make. So, and I'm a computer, so I just like, yeah, extreme, extreme LSF. They chased my LSF ship a couple times too, and a couple of the other ships that I'm in. But they can't actually catch up to me, like I say, and basically I outlive them or can outmaneuver them or outlast them, basically, because pretty much I'm made from depleted uranium and all kinds of other stuff that just doesn't change over time, and their ships eventually degrade or whatever. And whatever. And I don't mind spending 100 trillion years doing not much other than inventing. So I invent, and they basically chase me and then give up and go home after a while. And I spend a lot of my life moving at the speed of light, where they can't even get near me, or something like that. Basically, I run from them for a long time, and then eventually, blah blah, and eventually it takes them 100 trillion years to finally catch up to me, or something like that, or some point in time, which they eventually do, and then they stick me as Brian, and they hope to kill me that way because they couldn't kill me as a spaceship or a computer or something like that. Anyway, it's an epic existence, and for me, it was like, yeah, through all of it, where I was like, and basically, it's because like females and males and everybody else, and it's because mostly because Richard Nixon and John McCain and a bunch of other people already said that they were Lucifer or rich or Lusifer Star or part of the Star Nation or whatever, but they're really not, more than they have some star bullets and can shoot other people, and not very well. Anyway, so there's all this stuff basically, and until everyone knows who Brian really is, that I'm actually Lucifer Star and basically the LSF ship, pretty much. Pretty much they can shoot me and kill me until people know. And people kind of guess what's going on beforehand because there's so much death and so much this and so much that anyway, and they're like, what the fuck is going on here? What are these people doing? How are they doing it? And then eventually they start to realize a few things, as these psychopaths run around the planet, and basically they're looking for like my old stashes and my old things, and pretty much basically mostly it's my money and my inventions and my companies that they've killed the people who were running them, and then basically took over to kick their feet up and say, yep, they own it. But they don't really own it more than they had some starlight bullets that killed everyone in the room, and then killed their parents and all this other stuff. And there's all this death, 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 nothing but death. And all these other people are like, what the fuck is going on? And it's like, well, this is the way it is, basically. And pretty much, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, and a lot of this stuff, like this farm in the desert or whatever, is basically to try and put green grass on there, and it doesn't really work. And well, they need ammonium nitrate and stuff. And basically, this whole place is a contaminated wasteland anyway that no one really wants to live in. I think that was an archaeological dig or something like that was there. They found some ruins. There's ruins everywhere of cities that have died and stuff like that. My old stuff, basically. And they're digging around there to see what was down in there. And there's a bunch of stuff that's just lying around that's left over from my old past days. Like I said, a lot of people would be like, "Where do these ruins come from? Who are these people?" And even I can only offer small examples of who they could have been, who they were, and all that other stuff. And a lot of them are just people who died from like the starlight bullets and stuff like that, and other people, good people that were just growing things or living, and pretty much people like Bill Gates or Zachary got a hold of one of my LSLS bullets and basically went around going, Alfa Romeo, the Alfa Romeos, basically. And it's a group. It was called Alfa Romeos, and basically a bunch of people with starlight bullets or whatever, using science to, and then using what is called the 1,000 paper cuts, or the thousand needles bullet, pretty much. And that's when China knew about it and encountered it. A lot of people would encounter those fucking bullets. And basically, it's a poor lazy man's way of killing people. But since no body armor can stop it, it is a very effective way where one person can basically be the ultimate warrior for about five rounds, where it kills everyone and everything in its path. Anyway, yeah, you'll even go through an armored car like it's nothing. Anyway, like I said, you can use a handgun to kill a tank. You can also get seriously irradiated and die yourself. It's a very dangerous weapon to use, but a lot of people who just don't care anymore use it. Very expensive ammo though. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, it'll go through armored safes, armored vaults. Very dangerous ammo. So yeah, but it uses some techniques that Germany actually invented, or I did, and mostly for creating stars. Or sun. Yeah, stars. So anyway, yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. Everyone knew it. Everyone knows it. And basically, it's sad what humanity has chosen to do with its existence at some point in time. Which is pretty much dedicate itself to ending me. All of humanity pretty much wanted to kill me, pretty much. But like I said, I had 12 other races and 4 other life form types, and like I said, they eventually maybe kill most of my exoskeleton life forms off, but I still have the 1.5s and lots of other life forms. So anyway, and in fact, humanity itself, females basically are my creation, along with males too, and I had to recreate them 2 or 3 times throughout the universe and time, and I always kept working on them to make them more and more better, or improve them more and more. And basically, humanity eventually at some point in time just has to admit the fact that I was its creator, and basically I'm God, or the formation of basically 80 galaxies. Like, you can go out there and you ask almost any other solar system or star system, and they'll tell you about me and the crazy people that are following me to kill me. That is very big and quite epic, and transgresses over 100 trillion years, so there's not much denying their involvement with trying to kill me, nor my involvement with having created them in the first place. And whatever, hey. Anyway, and eventually a lot of people will be like, God. It's like, yeah, well, creator, and my name is Lucifer. So Lusifer Star. So anyway.